Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20 plus years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
Okay, what we have here is kind of part 2, putting the door panel back on this 1992 Lumina, same as any 90 to 94 Lumina. Tools you'll need: Phillips screwdriver, flat blade screwdriver, putty knife for door panel clip tool, a 5/64 Allen wrench or a T7 Torx driver, large Phillips screwdriver, 15mm socket and ratchet with extension, 7mm wrench or socket and driver, needle nose pliers, and as an option you may want some trim adhesive. If you've got them, your power window switch is hooked up and the little locking clip is in there. And then I'm going to kind of speed through this, is just putting the water shield on. Make sure you do put everything in the correct holes, and if you accidentally don't the first time, you'll kind of figure it out. And then just use the other holes to line up where the water shield is. You don't want to block any of the pinholes or anything like that with the water shield. And then I'm slowing it down a little bit here. This is the plate that holds the armrest, and put that on with the 3 7mm bolts, and I think we speeded back up here pretty quick. Yep, my hands don't move that fast. So secure that with the 3 7mm bolts, and then next is the seat belt. The top slides into the little slot first, and then the screw goes in. And make sure you tighten that screw up good. Okay, and then the bottom, there is a notch there. You got to put it up into the notch. You kind of tilt the top of it in, and then bolt the bottom down. Okay, I'm going to speed it up again here. These are 3 15mm bolts, one to hold that top bracket on, and then 2 on the bottom one. Okay, and I'm just going to use a little spray adhesive on the top here where that water shield is bent down. Just using the directions, spray a little on the car, spray a little on the shield itself, push it up in there, let it dry, and then on with the reassembly, plugging in the seatbelt sensors. You can see that I kind of routed that one a little wrong, so I figured it out and got it correct. Okay, and now comes the top of the door panel. You kind of lay it on there. First you're going to want to get the mirror up in place. I'm doing the wires first, and the seat belt. Now the mirror controller.
Okay, so first
and push it on.
Force on the top here.
Work it in, just make sure you're getting it in underneath the ledge there.
Make sure we get our
Now I realize that the mirror controller is not right, so I push the mirror control up in there. Make sure you do tighten that control up. Again with the 5/64 Allen wrench or a T7 Torx bit.
It is designed to go in a certain way.
Okay, and then again make sure you get it under the ledge right. You can kind of see back in behind the panel and the door between and see where the pins are going. Make sure the pins are going in there. Use the back of your hand to just kind of slap it on there. And then I work in the back, getting that pin in.
Okay,
basically now the pins are holding it. And now I'm going to work with the lock plate. Just making sure that all the pins are down in on the bottom. Okay, and now the lock plate. I'm going to connect the electrical harnesses, the small light bulb, and the power lock switch, and then put the bezel in behind the door handle, screw that in, and then that plate just pushes on with 3 clips. Just make sure you don't pinch the wires or anything back there. And before you push it on, just make sure that you have the lock switch or the lock button in the right place. Then make sure you work this part of the panel in correctly, and then put on your 2 screws that hold the door panel or hold the armrest and door pull. Okay. Put the screw on the top near the mirror. Then the bottom panel, just clip the front end first and then push in the pins in the back. Okay, and then put in the other 2 screws. And now we're working on the switch panel. I'm just putting in the lock tabs here and that lock tab, and I'm actually going to glue. I'm using a little bit of trim adhesive. This is optional. This is how they did it at the factory. The panel, as long as you didn't break it taking it apart, and if you followed my video on taking it apart, you wouldn't have broken it. But you should be able to just push it in there without glue, but I just use a little adhesive like they did at the factory. Then push it in, and I'm just holding the glue for a bunch of seconds, and that's about it. That's how you get the door back together. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.